Hey everybody, AwesomeMattG here, and I'm joined actually by Kapriciouss. Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
And we are going to be showing you the new world that we have been working on since, 1.0 or 1.01, I think now. Um, so, I'll let you lead the way.
No.
Okay.
um,
So this is our spawn
well, do you
point.
want to tell him? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our spawn point here, this rough area. And of course, we don't like normally building around our spawn point because it's usually pretty lame looking. But so we went and found a good place to build, and then we built this nice little cobblestone walkway over there. So if we ever die, we can easily find our way back home. Do you want to explain what's up with all the sheepies?
Yes. Well, before we had a sheep mod on. What it is exactly? Can you tell him?
I'm sorry, you cut out halfway through that.
Uh, the sheep mod that we have on. What is it?
Oh, it's not really a mod. It's the like partial update release by Jeb that allowed you to breed sheep colors and pull their wool off and stuff.
It it allows them to eat grass and regrow wool.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't exactly sure what it is.
Okay. Okay. The reason why there are so many sheep is because they didn't regrow their wool. I just started breeding them like crazy so I could shear them and then murder them. But now they regrow their wool, so I've just left them so I can gather a bunch of wool and just have a ton for projects and stuff.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense than what I was trying to say.
Sorry, we didn't really plan this, so it's a little chaotic.
Yay, I don't see the house yet because it's like not spawning.
Well,
There.
stop, you walked past the dock.
Oh. So let me wait a second while everything spawns in. Here we go. It's starting to spawn in now. Okay. So there's our house. It's built out of sandstone. We'll go in there and check that out here in just a second, but let's go show off this dock here first. Again, this is pretty much like everything you're going to see. Either 90 to 100% of it was built by Kapriciouss, because I'm usually at work when she's building stuff. So she thought it would be really sweet to build a dock so we could like go fishing and
Well, yeah, I built it because eventually we plan to turn mobs on, so I wanted to have the ability to fish, and I wanted a little designated area for it, because I just did.
yeah. So we built it right here towards the swamp because we thought it would be nice to have a way to gain access to the swamp because there's a lot of, I don't know if clay spawns a lot underwater everywhere or if it just spawns more near swamps, but as you can see right there, there's a little pocket of clay, so in case we ever need that, it's like right here. So this is the way. Obviously, we've talked about the house. It's got 3 floors. The second and third floors, I don't think they have anything on them yet, do they?
No.
Okay. So yeah, they're pretty much empty, but we build them up with anticipation to have like bridges coming off and leading to different areas that we find. There's also the roof, which I guess could technically qualify as the 4th floor, but I'm coming back down. Okay. Do you want to show them this way first or the other way?
Well, I guess this way if you want, but I don't want to have to go all the way up, so you should probably show them what it leads to on the outside.
Yeah, this is just a pathway. There's not really anything interesting down here other than stone and torches, and it leads up to what you probably saw a couple of seconds ago, our little outlook tower up there on top of that hill. Whoop. Yeah, that's failure. Okay. We probably could have built that a little higher, but it didn't really
Well,
need to.
we could have built it higher if we had worked on it, but I did, and I'm terrified of heights even in game, so I couldn't. But eventually, if you'd like to, sure.
It's high enough. There's no hill or mountain around this area any taller than up there, even way off in the distance. So, for as far as the game will allow you to see, that gives us a perfect vantage point for seeing over the top of everything. So, there's no real necessity to go any higher than that, really. And down here, we have our treasure room slash bank construction area, all kinds of good stuff. Tons of chests, pre-made tools in this area, as you can see here. Oops. And then over here you've got like cobblestone, dirt, sand, glass, and sandstone. And then in this area, it's pretty much all going to be cobblestone, and by pretty much I mean it's all going to be cobblestone. We use a lot of cobblestone for our projects, obviously, so need a lot of storage for that. We've got workbenches built into the side of these things because it's just convenient to have them up and out of the way. And then a buttload of furnaces. What is that? 6, 7, 8. So that's 32 furnaces, I think. That's a lot. Coal down there. Then dye, colored wool, standard wool, bunch of other materials. And then what's in here? Armor and food. So we've got a couple more furnaces for cooking food. It's just easier that way. Raw meat, cooked meat. Of course, you got cake ingredients, melons, fish, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. And then back here, do you want to lead the way back here?
Sure. Well, we have the incinerator over here.
Same
Nothing
basic.
really special.
Yeah, same basic design.
Yeah. Enchanting. You wanna step in there?
Works better when you, I'm sure the majority of people already know, it works better when you have bookcases around it, so. Plus you get that sweet little effect of all the characters and runes and stuff.
This will be, I think it's called alchemy, but we don't have the actual table because it needs a blazing rod, I think. And since we don't play with mobs on, we can't actually get that. Well, I mean, not legitimately. So eventually we'll have a place to make potions and things.
Yeah, we got the whole area set up for it. So once we turn mobs on and go exploring and stuff, we'll be able to set up this room a little better. And then here we've got our nether portal. And then storage for a bunch of stuff, nether rack.
Well, a ton of nether or nether rack and eventually nether
Soul sand.
glowstone, stuff like that. Everything you would everything you would gather in the nether, basically.
Exactly. So, I guess we'll go show them the farm next. That is right out here. Of course, we've got a couple of gates just for easy access. Again, all of this built by Kapriciouss.
I think everything so far you've shown was built by me.
That's true. I don't do a whole lot of building.
No, you do a lot of, I guess it's called, I don't know, mining. I was going to call it excavating, but I guess more gathering materials and stuff for me.
Yeah, terraforming and things like that. So this area, like underneath these blocks here, there are water blocks. And then that keeps all the soil well, I don't know what it's called.
Hydrated?
Yeah, I guess so. Well hydrated. So crops grow real well. There's, of course, you saw the line of pumpkins and melons over there. Then we have a cactus farm, I guess. And
Yeah.
then what's this? Sugarcane?
Sugarcane.
So this helps us make paper and all that good stuff. Nice thing about the cactus and the sugarcane is you can just chop it off at the center and let it continue to grow. You don't ever have to really replant anything. Back here, we've got a little minecart track section that goes underground and all the way over there. And then in a desert area, I've got a quarry. I would go show you, but it's not too exciting. Right now, it's it's only like 5 or 6 layers deep, but it's 32 by 32. So that's pretty awesome. I think it's my biggest one so far. I'm excited. And then down here is the first major project that Kapriciouss has worked on since building all of the necessary items.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
So,
oh,
yeah, go ahead.
we both want to talk. I was just going to say we call this 8-bit theater, and there's a comic by the same name, which is it a comic? Is it a web comic?
Yeah, it's a web comic.
8-bit theater, which is where we got the name from. But this is something I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. So.
And this is why we needed
finally
all the sheep with wool. So we kind of dug out all these areas, replaced the walls with clean stone, which didn't really take too long to fix the walls because we did that as we were going. And of course, for those people who aren't familiar with the very first Final Fantasy game, you've got like Fighter, Black Mage, and White Mage all the way down there. And on the opposite side, you have... Oh, I never played these two characters. I think this one's just called Thief in his first... before he upgrades later in the game. You got Red Mage, and I think he's called Black Belt, because I think his upgraded version is called Ninja. So, you've got all 6 of the basic Final Fantasy 1 characters that you can set up. So there's all that. And then this leads to a deep hole. There we go.
basically, well, it's not finished at all.
This is pretty
it's barely
much
started.
It's pretty much absolutely nothing at the moment, except for the fact that this will become the second layer of 8-bit theater, where we'll do well, I'll do most of the excavating and she'll do the artwork of different characters.
I help a little with the excavating, but I get really bored very, very easily. So Matt can attest to this, that there are times he'll be digging and I'm like, bye, I'm going to go exploring, and I'll just leave for days on end in game.
Oh, I didn't know you found some caves in here. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think they were already explored though, because some of them are already lit up, so I guess we've been here before.
Yeah, we probably got to it from the surface some way. Also, for those who also either aren't familiar or don't remember, we have a custom texture pack that Kapriciouss designed. Basically just changed the ores and a couple other small things like glass and stuff. I'll have a link of that in the description as well for those who want to download the upgraded version for 1.0. There's iron. So let's go. I know there's something else I'm missing. Oh, wait, I know what we're missing.
What?
The only thing I could think of that we haven't shown yet is the nether stuff. Does that sound right?
y- uh, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble keeping my finger pressed down on the button. We said,
Oh,
oh, and my game crashed.
lame.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Oh wait, I snuck those into your inventory for a reason.
No.
Actually, not for any reason. I just put them in there because I didn't want them.
Oh.
Yeah, we said we would. We said we would go to the Nether at the end because it's a very long walk.
Yeah. I think that's everything, though. I think we showed him everything but the Nether. And the quarry, of course, but the quarry's kind of boring.
Really, there's nothing to show at the quarry yet. Eventually, you.
Yeah. There'll be stuff to show you when I get down there and I start finding, like, awesome caves and things like that, but I don't even think I've gotten below quote-unquote sea level yet, because I started above sea
Oh
level.
God. No, because you started and then I made you go to 8-bit theater and help me.
I can't stand in the center. Okay. So this is another thing. We came in here shortly after we got the portal created and just explored long enough until we could find a, what are these called? Nether citadels, I guess. And then while I was at, we like staked our way over there with torches. And then while I was away at work, she decided it would be a great idea to make this yellow sand road to,
Oh, I thought it would be nice to make a pathway so we had a like eventually, I don't know. I guess I just thought it would be nice to have a I don't know how I want to say it. A designated path so we know exact because the torches were getting hard to follow because I was putting them in very random places.
exactly. So she was like, well, I'll just take a whole bunch of sand and I'll go down there and I'll gather some netherrack and make a path that leads there.
Plus, boredom definitely adds to me wanting to do projects.
Exactly. So she started doing this, and then, like, halfway through, she was like, oh god, this is so boring.
It became very tedious, was the problem, and I started getting a really bad headache, and I forgot tools and things, and so it was a lot of running back and forth that got very tiresome.
Yeah. So for lack of a better phrase, I was shocked when I came back and saw this, because I was like, dude, this took us like 20 or 30 minutes exploring this place to figure out how to get there. But I mean, when you follow the path, it really only takes you like a minute or two to get there, just because we were taking these long roundabout ways, exploring caves and things like that, because we didn't know where one of these citadels would be. We had to just explore every nook and cranny to find one.
Well, that, and you'd run into the problem of a lava floor or something blocking your way.
Exactly. So the funniest thing about this is we took enough obsidian to create a second portal when we got to the other end. And so we did that. We get to the other side and we found the citadel, and we were like, okay, great. We've been running around the nether for like a half hour. It's time for us to get out of here now. We were getting a little like bogged down with it. So we plopped down our new portal and jumped out and forgot that one step in the nether is, I don't know the real correct math, but it's something like 64 steps in the real world. So as you can gather, this is a long way to get to where we're going. And God, what were we, like 2 or 3 day-night cycles away from our house?
I think it might have been like 3. It was a very, very long way. We were right in the middle of the ocean, so I almost drowned trying to come up because I'm not good with going up like waterfalls, and that's how we had to go up from the cave we were in.
Yeah, that was messed up. It was hilarious. I mean, at the time we were like, "Oh, this is so funny," and then we started realizing that We're probably going to drown trying to get to the surface, so it started becoming less fun.
Yeah, funny in the beginning, like, oh, haha, we're in the middle of this cave in the middle of nowhere, and then it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna drown and spaz out and lose everything I had in my pockets.
Yeah, that was going to suck, because we had a bunch of netherrack and soul sand and awesome loot from down here, so... But anyway, I'll pop through the other portal just to kind of show what it looks like on the other side, because I'm sure if I don't, people are going to be like, hey, I wanted to see. So,
Yeah, I'll go through with you, but I'm not gonna go all the way up.
no, I wouldn't expect you to. Alright, so this, if it'll ever spawn for me here in a second, here we go, is the Nether Citadel, or whatever they call these things. And it expands way out into the distance, so I'm sure there's going to be some awesome stuff in here once we turn mobs on. We'll be able to get the blaze rods or whatever we need. And hopefully there'll be one of those spots in here where we can go to the end if we want to. That'll be neat.
I won't be doing that, but you can.
Okay.
Because can't you? Isn't it like the point of no return? Aren't you not able to come back from it?
Uh, that's a good question. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Might
Google.
want to do that on single player. Yeah. Well, you know what? Tell us in the comments. I'm sure everyone's gonna know more than we will.
Yeah,
So let us
exactly.
know.
If you go to the end, can you come back? Like, I'm sure if you die in the end, you'll respawn in your normal respawn point. But if you want to come back, I would like to know if I could. So anyway, here's the portal we built to get out of here. And this leads to a very interesting location. Okay. So initially we were like, hey, cool, there's a waterfall coming down into this cave. And we didn't realize, no, it's ocean,
Oh,
actually. Let me see if I can get to the surface.
good luck.
Thank
I'll
you.
pray for you.
Oh. Alright, get my last bit of air and then run for it. There's this downdraft that's pulling me in. Stop it. Up, up. I command you. Oh, just barely. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna sound dirty, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it. It's a lot easier going down. And I knew that was gonna sound dirty. But I mean, it's a lot easier to go down into this cave than to have to go up the waterfall and try to get out.
Hey, sweet, I can see you from up here. Like clearly, very clearly. So,
Cool.
but yeah, this is way out in the middle of nowhere. Let's see, negative 2480 by 1137. So yeah, I probably should have looked at what the coordinates were at our house before we left, but I think they're in like the 100s.
To be honest, no, they are. They're it's like 100 something. It's in very low numbers, I guess, compared to the negative.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna come back down there and then we'll start heading back and probably end the video before we get back to the house, because I doubt they want to see it twice.
Well, that, and I don't think we have much more to say.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's pretty much it. We're going to be doing some more projects. I'm going to be digging at my quarry, and we'll go from there. But
Well, yeah, we're still going to rebuild the maze and stuff because they saw the maze before. We just don't have a place to put it, so there's a bunch of projects and stuff that are going to be in the works. Eventually I want to build my log cabin, but again, I don't know where I want to put it. So, upcoming stuff, but that'll all be later.
exactly. So, and for those of you who are probably asking, why does it take so long for his computer to render these distances? My computer is normally running this at 1920 by 1080, and I had to downgrade it to 1280 by 720 so that I could get the video recorded at the right resolution. But it's not used to rendering stuff at this low of a resolution, so it's having to work a little harder. if you ever look up video card specs and you see that some video cards perform better at higher resolutions than lower resolutions, this is a prime example of why that is. It doesn't like rendering stuff at a low resolution. So.
Huh. You know what I just heard? Nerd talk, nerd talk, nerd talk.
Yeah, you don't care.
Uh,
You're like blah blah
no,
blah blah
not
blah.
really.
It's just more
This
like
is the kind of talk I get over dinner. I'm like, hey, yeah, like, oh, like Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. Like the
exactly.
adults on Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of talk I get at dinner. I'm like, hey, how was your day at work? And it's like, wah, 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 wah. And I'm like, okay, great. Mine was good too. Let's enjoy our food and not talk anymore.
It's fine by me. Oh.
It makes me sound so unloving, right? No. I love you, but I don't always enjoy the nerd talk.
That's okay. That's what I've got people like David for and Nap. They enjoy the nerd talk.
I was gonna say Kippa.
Oh, and Kippa too, yeah. So he's
Dre.
gonna.
Did you say Dre? I don't remember if you said his name.
No, I didn't say Dre, but I'll put Dre in there. So, yeah, Kippa's probably gonna jizz in his pants that I mentioned him. So, anyway, that.
Hey, and I had a dream about him. Remember?
Yeah, that was creepy.
It wasn't creepy. We were just hanging out. There was nothing weird about it. It's only weird that I don't actually know him.
Exactly. And then I told you that you were like, hey, yeah. I was like, hey, how tall was he in your dream? Oh, I don't know. He was about my height, like 5'5", 5'6", or something. I'm like, okay, then it definitely wasn't Kippa because he's like 20 feet tall or something. So.
He's like the Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, I know. What a freak. Okay. So, yeah, that's basically it. You probably don't want to watch us walk all the way back, so I think we'll probably cut it off here. Thanks, everybody, for watching the video. This is probably going to come out either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, so depending on where you live, Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy Sunday, 25th of December, or Saturday, 24th, whatever. So, thanks for watching. Say bye.
Oh, bye.